It's been a while since I did one of these little Q&A things, so here goes. People ask me questions all the time and I answer them, but they're kind of interesting questions about why I'm doing this, and I thought I'd just do one of these. So, where am I? This is Malta. I'm just north of Valletta, which is it's just right behind me. Tashbish is the little town around here, or Gzira, G-Z-I-R-A, and it's beautiful. It's really nice. There's little boats all around me. Look, I'll show you. See? Very cool. Hello. They're all they're like teenagers and they're learning to sail. They go out in all the weather. It's great. It's really good. They're all buzzing around me. So, Tashbish. Hey, how you doing? I like your boat. Mine's more comfortable to sleep in. I was in the marina, which is just over there. I was there for a year. This gets a little interesting. I moved in there because I was going to be doing some work. Some chap in England had bought a boat just like this one. He said he bought it because he saw my videos. And we got on great. He was fantastic. He was very helpful for engineering, because he actually did some engineering for Formula One. Very knowledgeable about engines and stuff. And then he vanished. He ghosted me. He sent me some money to fly over there to England, and then vanished. Just fucking vanished. Left social media, left his email. Hey. And vanished. And then I started hearing reports that he was, he'd bought the boat and he was moving the boat down the river to Bristol. Didn't try and contact me. I tried and contacted him a couple of times because I felt weird. It was like, you sent me money to do this job and I can't do it now. Because he was going to come out here and we were going to start a little studio. And we talked a lot. He died the other day, like the end of January. I just heard from someone saying, hey, you remember that guy Simon? He's dead. He fell in the marina in Spain and drowned. You know, he turns out he was a bit of a scam artist. He was he had a building company, and they didn't finish a couple of jobs and caused people a lot of trouble. But there you go. So I think I dodged that bullet. I did get to spend a year in the marina because I'd already paid for it at that point. So that was that story. Do I like diving under the boat? No, fuck no, it's horrible.
You said hello, but you drove right by. I gotta know what's up with that, 'cause I thought you were the nicest guy when
It's cold and miserable. In the summer, it's entirely different because it's warm. But right now, the water temperature is probably, you know, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It feels like it's about 60 something degrees. You can figure that out in centigrade. But it doesn't feel good down there because you've got to do something. You've got to free the rope. And I've done it a few times now. Oh God, the last time I thought was going to be the worst. I thought it was really snagged up in there. But it turned out I got it free in 2 dives, and it had not caught the main rope. It just caught one of the other lines attached to it, and I was able to cut one rope that wasn't part of the whole system, and I came around here because that was privately owned by the Manoa Island Yacht Yard, and they were really nice about it. They just said, oh, they saw that I was stuck on there, and they're like, yeah, it's okay, get free when you can, but you can't stay here. So I didn't, and I moved around here. The film, or flim, as I've got written down there. The film, yeah, it's coming along. It's a lot of work. It's a huge amount of work, but the casting, which is probably one of the most difficult things, I seem to have got that all sorted. Right now, what I need to do is start doing rehearsals and finding locations and just working out what props I need. This is a very small film, but it'll end up being quite a big film. When you see it on the screen, it's gonna look like a proper feature film that you'd see in a cinema. It's gonna look fantastic. But it's just little me and a couple of actors and a boat. The boat is currently in Spain. My friend Peter has it, and he's gonna bring it. He's coming back to Malta anyway, but he's gonna bring it back here May, June sometime. And that's when we can start filming on the boat, which is the really difficult thing. Other things I can film around here, and I'd like to go to the Canary Islands and shoot some exteriors, but it's budget, you know? I don't have much budget. I don't have any budget. So, you know, there's that. Someone else asked me what work I've been doing, and occasionally I'll do a little photographic thing for somebody. I've volunteered a couple of times for events and things. And I've done a few little bits and pieces, but I have not really pushed myself as a photographer here in Malta, and I think I need to do that a bit more because I'm quite good and they need me. I'm not retired. I'll retire when I'm on my fucking deathbed. Until then, no, not retiring. I like taking photographs. Someone else asked me what problems I had, and the main problem I've had would be the lines getting caught in the propeller, and because it just, you're like, god damn it. And it's put me in a couple of difficult situations a few times, in France, once in Italy. No, France. This is France. I snagged a fishing line in Italy and had to pay for that because I snagged his fishing line. His fishing line shouldn't have been there, but I didn't want to fall out with the locals, and you know, it's just like pay the man for his snagged up fishing line and whatever. But I parked my boat where I should have done, and it didn't quite work out. The best thing about being out on a boat, I enjoy the freedom of just being out here on my own on a boat with I don't have any obligations. I'm a fucking slacker. I really don't. I mean, I had a couple of stupid like speeding things and parking things when I left England, and I tried to deal with them, but the British court system is so fucking aggravating that it took me 3.5 years to get free of that. So I paid all my fines, and then they come back with another one. I go, are there any more? And they go, no, and then they'd send me another one. And some of them were just bogus. But anyway, that's all done. Dinghy problems were problems. I solved that by putting in a bilge pump in a dinghy. Oh, this makes me feel so good. My life is pathetic. If I can get that excited over a stupid bilge pump, there's something wrong with me. Well, there's always been something wrong with me, but I think it's coming to the surface now, which amuses the fuck out of me because dinghies don't have bilge pumps because they're dinghies. You just bail it out. But every morning before I take the dinghy somewhere, I just buzz, whoosh, pumps the water out, and off I go, because it still has this small leak and there's nothing I can do about it. The good thing is if it gets caught in a rainstorm and fills up with water, bzz, we're right, we're good. It's not a problem, but one of the things that I do miss is Los Angeles. Los Angeles is this amazing city of talented, creative people, and my friends are all there. Like 98% of my friends are all there, and I miss it. And then when the fires happened, I really missed it. I wanted to be back there so bad, but I couldn't be because I'm here. But 17 of my friends lost their homes, and that's just tragic. But they'll rebuild and it'll come back better than ever. I did watch the YouTube, the fire aid thing on YouTube, and it was really good. It was really nice. I really enjoyed watching that. But do I get lonely is another question that pops up every now and again. Yeah, I do get lonely. I always had people around me in Los Angeles, and I don't have them here. No one just pops in. No one calls me and says, hey, can we do an art show or a party or any kind of event on my boat? But when I had the loft, I'd get that all the time. Like every other day, something would happen. And I do miss that. I don't regret buying the boat, but I do miss my life before I left Los Angeles. But you know, that's just how life treats you sometimes. I think doing the film will kind of make me feel a bit more grounded here, because it's a big project. There's a GoFundMe thing. I stopped pushing the GoFundMe thing during the fires because I just felt so bad. It's like these people have lost their homes and I'm just looking for money for a film. So I stopped pushing that. But if you want to like contribute something, there's a link right below here on YouTube. And also, only like a third of the people watching this are actually subscribed to my channel. So someone's getting in. There you go. Are only subscribed to the channel. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, that would be great, because it just like amplifies it a little bit. And I hate begging people to subscribe or hit the button. I usually forget, and sometimes I remember and I'm like, I just don't feel comfortable putting it in, so I don't, but I am this time. So yeah, subscribe, and I put the GoFundMe link at the bottom. What else? I think that's it. I really appreciate you writing stuff in the comments, just asking little questions, I mean, it's like I get email from people or notes on YouTube saying, yeah, I've been watching your channel from the beginning, from New Zealand or Guatemala. Where else has it been? Canada, because you know they're still Canadian right now, but after America invades, I mean, I try not to put too much political stuff on my Facebook page, but fuck me, is it crazy right now. I've only been here for 3 days. I was over on the mooring buoys in Slima, but I couldn't find one that was good. I found several that seemed good, but they belonged to the yacht yard, and so I couldn't stay there. They were nice about it, but I just couldn't stay there. But ooh, someone just sailing over there. The boatyard were great. They were really friendly and nice, but I couldn't stay on their mooring buoys because I just couldn't do that. But I'll be going back there in a couple of days. I think I found another place. So I will be back on the mooring buoys in the not too distant future. Canada is not going to be the 51st state of America. Greenland is not going to belong to America. The Panama Canal is in Panama. It's going to stay in Panama. Trump's a fucking idiot. And I have lost a couple of people on Facebook because they think that Trump's great. And he's not. He's a prick. He's a bully and he's a prick. And he got to be president because people seem to admire that in someone, and that blows me away. I don't understand that. I don't understand how anyone could admire someone so nasty. But there you go. Well, that's a positive note to end this thing on, isn't it? Anyway, greetings from Malta. Valletta's behind me. this is a really good place to visit, by the way. I mean, you don't have to come and see me, but Malta is very, very, very good for tourists. It's not cheap, like hotel-wise. It's kind of average. But once you're here, food's not expensive. You get buses and cabs around. The island of Malta is like 20 kilometers by 10 kilometers. And there's buses that go everywhere. It's fantastic. I highly recommend you come here. And if you do, let me know and I'll buy you a drink. So thanks a lot for watching. Cheers. Bye-bye.